Good morning, everybody. Happy soggy Tuesday. It is, well, Joanne said this was coming. It's a soggy Tuesday. Not a hard rain, but just that little drizzly stuff that gets you wet when you get out there in it. So it is what it is. So let's see who we got hanging out with us. We got Dave Clemens. Good morning, Dave. Troy Pritchard. Good morning. Appreciate the thumbs up. Larry Galt says, morning, everyone. A little better today. Sun shining, but 38 degrees. Yep. Leo's here. Good morning, Dave and Jack. Jack says hello. He's down here at my fee again. Cloudy and 36. Paul's here this morning. Good morning, Paul. I didn't see you yesterday, but I did manage to dig up a couple of quarter midget photos. So if you hang around this morning, I'll show those to you. Let's see. Thomas Graham, good morning. Sean's here. Good morning. I woke up to 2 inches of snow. Don't want none of that. Yeah, lucky Sean. Surprise. Robin's here. How you doing, Robin? Good to see you back. Another day at the coffee sessions. Awesome. Glad you're here. Clyde CNC's in the house. Good morning, Clyde. Gary Hammond is here. Good morning. Kevin Ells. Good afternoon, Kevin. Watching from South Africa. Appreciate you. Larry Galt says, about to get harder to get Amazon stuff on time. 10,000 layoffs there. I hadn't heard about Amazon laying off, but I've heard a lot of other companies are. Of course, Twitter is, but they were probably overweight anyway with slackers. Let's see where we at here. Guinness in the house. Good morning. Snow on the ground. Roads are fine. Yeah. Don't want none of that, buddy. Don't want none of that. George says, good Tuesday to Jack, Dave, the rest of the gang. Looks like snowy day in Michigan. How much depends on where you are. The most is lake effect along the Great Lakes shore. All righty. Well, good morning, George. George says, firearm deer hunting starts here today. In 1995, there were 871,865 deer hunting licenses. That's a big army right there. Yeah. In 2020, the number was 616,278. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why we don't, we don't get invaded except with illegal down at the border. They just walk right in. We let them. But yeah, that's always been one of our strengths. I think is people don't want to come in and mess with us because they know there's a bunch of folks packing. So as it should be. Monroe is here. Good morning, Monroe. Good to see you this morning. Alan is here. Good morning from LA, he says. How you doing, Alan? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Well, let's see. While Paul's here, let me show these. And again, the rest of you probably won't even be interested in this, but I was talking to Paul the other night, and I said I would dig some of these up. And these are the only ones I could find, Paul. But I got this is a picture of my son Clint. He was probably about 11 years old, I think, when this picture was taken. And that's yours truly in the shorts there. rare shot of me me wearing shorts, but that was several years ago. But that was the car after the first season. The car didn't look anything like that the first season, and I could not find pictures of it before because that's what I wanted to show you, the transformation from the little car that we started out with and then the changes. This is after I'd done a bunch of redesign stuff to it. And then here is a rare shot. This is taken at Cumming. Let me think of the guy's name. It's the Bill. Man, I should know it. I can't think of it because they named the track up in Cumming after a guy up there, Bill something, and I can't think of it to save my life now. But anyway, this is a rare shot. I'm thinking this is probably because of the way the cars were all lined up in formation there. This was probably at the start of a race, and I'm sure I'm sure poor old Clint probably went backwards pretty quick after this because we never really were able to run competitive. You just got to have money to run good. And we didn't have much of that. So, but anyway, that's the two I have, and then this is another picture. Let me try to get it out of that glare. This was I think this was also taken at Cumming. Might have been at Marietta. I don't remember. I don't think the track is even there in Marietta. I think they tore it down and made something. It was right behind a prison or a jail. So, but anyway, that's one of the good pictures of Clint. And I've got another one that's similar to that was taken at the 2000 Eastern Grands in Orlando, Florida, but I don't know where that picture is. I think I got it in front, unless Clint's got it. He may have it. But anyway, yeah, I think everybody did the offset. You know, it's basically like a midget car, except hence the name quarter midget. It's a lot smaller because kids are in it instead of regular size people. But ours, all the cars were offset like that. But it was a lot of fun. Some good memories from back in them days. So there's that. And if I do run across the other pictures, I know I've got them somewhere burnt to a CD or DVD or something. And I don't know where it is. It's probably one of those things where I'm like, well, these are special memories. So let me put that in a special place. And then, of course, I forget where that special place is, no doubt. So I'll stumble across them one day, maybe. And if I do, I will show you, because there's a lot of pictures of, or I probably got some. I know that I probably got just the photograph, and I can scan it again because that's what I'd done before. So somehow I'll find it and get it back on there. But yeah, huge transformation, because that car looks more like what everybody else was running. Whereas the year before, we were running a car and everybody could tell us like, that's some old antique car you had, because the offset on it before wasn't near that much. We added some offset to it, and then that whole new body is completely changed. That's an aluminum body. A lot of fun back then. Big old money pit, though, as most racing is. Pretty much all racing is a money pit, basically. There's no denying it. So, Clyde's a racer. He said he won a modified kart race 7 years ago at 69 years old. Man, you still got it, buddy. You still got it. Marcelo's here. Good morning, Marcelo. Appreciate the thumbs up. Thomas in the house. Good morning, Lou. Uh-oh. George says, our new war is cyber. Many schools in Jackson and Hillsdale County will be closed Monday and today because of a cyber attack. Yeah. See, all them hunting licenses don't do us any good because now they know how to get us where it really hurts. Yeah. Well, let's see. What am I going to talk about today? Don't have much to talk about. I really didn't even bother watching much of the weather because I'd already seen it yesterday. It was going to be kind of blah, and it is. It's raining. I did tell you what. I am super happy with. I hate to keep bragging on my garage door insulation, but man, that stuff is really working out great. I got to watching the weather a little bit. Saw that it was gonna only get down to about 40 something last night, and I thought, well, that's not freezing, so I should be safe. But I thought, well, I'm going to get, I'd had that other heater because the other night it got down below freezing, and so I had that little heater running. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a break tonight. I turned it off, and it was 62 degrees when I went to bed last night. Got up this morning, asked the A lady what the temperature is outside. She said it was 45. And so I go out there to look, and it was like 61, I think. So it can basically, if I can get it warm enough, it'll basically maintain it pretty much, maybe drop a few degrees. So pretty happy about that. And yesterday I have another heater. See, really that heater I'm using out there, it's not made to heat that much because that garage is like, it's over 400 square feet. It's like 20 by 22 or something. Plus it has the tall ceiling. It's got like 10-foot ceilings. So that little heater I'm running, it's just really going to kind of knock the chill off. It's not going to heat it up real toasty. But I got another heater. Actually, it's one that I did a video on because the company sent it to me for review. It was, now that I'm trying to think of it, I don't remember the name of it, but New something. Anyway, I got it several years ago, but it was, the spec said it will heat like 150 square feet. So when I did the video, and it was kind of weird because when they sent me that to do the review, it took me forever to wait till it was cold enough to actually do the review because we'd had a real mild temperatures up until then. So several months later, after they sent it to me, I did the video, and it really wasn't even big enough to, it felt good if you were standing right in front of it. But other than that, it really didn't knock the chill off at all because it wasn't designed to. It's supposed to do about 150 square feet. But anyway, I got that one out yesterday and plugged it into an outlet that's on a totally different circuit, so I wouldn't blow or trip a breaker, and turned that thing on high. And in about an hour, I went out there, and between the two of those little heaters, I had it up over 70 degrees. So, all right, Paul, we'll catch you later, buddy. Take care. So I thought, well, that's good because, as long as I don't open up that door and let all the heat out, once I get it toasty in there, it drops, but it's going to drop slowly. So that's pretty nice. I think for tomorrow night when I get ready to do the coffee sessions, because it's supposed to be cold again tomorrow night, I'll put both those heaters out there and get it nice and toasty, and then I can turn that one off. But and then it should be good. I don't really mind if it's a little chilly out there. I don't like the cold. I've made no secret about that, but once you get out and start moving around and doing stuff, in the shop, it's not bad. Kenneth says, I have one of the box garage ceiling comfort zone heaters. It does well. Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of outlets that are 220 now that I'm not using. Um, and I got to looking and I saw that you can get some heat. I probably could get one that could heat that whole garage pretty well using that. So I might ask my buddy Jim about that because he's the one that ran those outlets there and make sure he's my go-to guy when I have an electrical question. He's the one that does all my electrical work, so he would be able to tell me if that would work well. And I think he has something like that hanging in his shop over there too. And it's always pretty comfortable in his shop when I go over there. So yeah, the concrete slab will hold heat for a long time. Yeah, it also holds the cold is what I hate. It always feels so cold to my feet. I have to make sure I'm on one of those rubber mats because it really feels cold when I'm out there. Let's see. Oh, Clyde says he'll send me the video later. All right, cool. Tried to burn some green color on stainless with the fiber MOPA last night, but it turned out rose. Back to the settings. Okay. Are you having a lot of fun with that laser, Alan? Those things look pretty cool to me. I might try to get one of those one day. I don't know. Rob Schuster's in the house. Good morning, Rob. Mr. Ballard's in the house. Morning on the road. Are you heading to another lighting job, Ryan? I bet you're going to be busier than a cat covering up this next month and a half or so. Well, let's see. Clyde says he has a 220 heater in the garage. Okay. Yeah, Sean says he's running a 223 kilowatt heater. It works great. Yeah. It's like I just hate to spend the money because I keep saying, Dave, come on, you're in Georgia. But, I just want to be able to walk out there and be comfortable and do whatever I want to do out there whenever I want to do it. And I hate when, we have these, couple of months or so of what I call cold weather. Everybody else would just laugh at me when they find out what kind of weather I'm talking about. But I'm sorry. I just don't like the cold. Thin blood, all them blood thinners and stuff I'm on it's hard to stay warm. So, in Rob's case, he's doing just the opposite. He's always fighting the heat and not the cold. I'm setting up my dust collection to vent outside. This might be an issue because it will pull outside air in as it vents dust out. Yeah. Ryan says he's got 13 more before Thanksgiving. Holy cow. Today's the 15th and Thanksgiving is the 24th. So you better get after it, buddy. That's a pretty busy schedule right there. Alan says, having a great time with the fiber, learning a lot. Now I want a gantry CO2. Well, don't blame me for that. I always get blamed for making people go down these rabbit holes and stuff. I'm like, I can't help it. It's fun. Leo says, I've been thinking of getting a mini split. Yeah. I don't know. I think those things have come down in price from what they used to be. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. Like I said, because most of the time it's not bad out there. And I have found that, again, even before I put the insulation in the door, if I keep that door closed in the summer when it's hot, you'd think you'd want to open up the door to get fresh air. But now if you keep that door closed when it's really hot out, it doesn't get as hot inside that garage. So it's usually pretty comfortable all year round, except for November, December, January. And then because that's when you get a few cold snaps and stuff. Hopefully, we won't get any stupid snow this year. Although I really don't care because I don't go anywhere. So it could snow hub deep to a Ferris wheel out there, and I wouldn't care because me and old Jack don't have to go anywhere. But let's see here. Kenneth says, my dad salvaged an old furnace for his garage and runs flex duct on the ground. Can move it around when you're working in the vehicles. Felt so spoiled. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Charles Steed's in the house. Good morning, Charles. Appreciate the thumbs up. We got a few of them over there. Not many. Well, let's see. What else am I going to talk about? I put a new video out this morning. Some of you may have seen it. A couple of you. I got out there and installed those LED lights that just has a little adhesive stuff. Put those all around the bed of the laser, and man, does it make a difference. It's super bright now, even with the cover down. I think I'm probably going to get out there and test it with the webcam just to make sure. But I think, I tested a new mic, a new wireless mic Saturday night, and I think I've got that figured out now. So I think that's going to work well for when I do the laser live stream. As I'm walking around and turning my back to the stuff and all that, you still should be able to hear me good because the mic's a little clip-on thing. So I think I got that figured out. And then the other thing that was terrible, that first live stream, was trying to see what was going on with the webcam on that laser. But I think now with it lit up like that, it's going to be good. I think you'll be able to see stuff. And if it still lacks a little something, I'll figure out how to actually get a camera up in there where you can see, for those who love watching laser beams. Yeah. That's right, Sean. Tomorrow's the night. I'm going to be working on if you're one of those few that are a channel member and help support my channel, first of all, thank you. But also, if you're one of those, you get to see the laser live stream content live. And, that's one of the little perks of getting to see stuff before. I'll probably put the recorded version of the other one. I've got to edit it and cut it up and stuff. And we'll put it out so that, like I said, like I've been saying all along, everybody will get to see everything eventually, but they probably will miss some stuff that they could have seen during the live. So Alan says, won't blame you, Dave, on the CO2 laser, but I do need to talk to you to get some insights for my studies. Too many choices out there. There are, and it's like everything else, Alan. Just like 3D printing. I mean, you name it, CNC routers. There's a lot of choices, and there's more every day because there's always somebody that's, how it is. Just like with 3D printers, everybody and their brother is making those now. It's like, hey, this is what's hot. This is selling. So we're just gonna copy this 3D printer. I mean, you look at how many 3D printers that are out there that just at a quick glance look just like an Ender 3, but there's some off brand or something. So yeah, everybody tries to get in the game. The same thing is happening with the lasers. So because I'm still, even though I've done my research and quite happy with the one that I have, and I still see when I'm watching YouTube, something will pop up, and I'll go, "Oh, what's that brand? I've never heard of that." And I'll watch it, and it looks exactly like all these other brands. So, but yeah, there's a bunch of good ones out there. There's some that you kind of got to be careful of just because of the just because they don't have a presence in the US. So, it's a little shady as far as the tech support. And even though the machines might be fine, it's still for a lot of the people that always need their handheld while they're setting things up and stuff like that. There's always those kind of people that are clueless and then buy these things and need somebody to hold their hand while they do it. Well, if you get one that doesn't have any US presence and you're having to go back and forth, communicating with somebody in China, it's a pain in the butt because they're like, you ask the A lady what time it is in Beijing. It's like 12 hours difference. So, you send an email, you're probably not going to hear back for 24 hours. So that's and it just depends on whether or not that stuff's important to you. So, but anyway, yeah, we'll talk and see what I can help you with. But I'm quite happy with the Home Tech that I have. It has, other than the initial shipping damage that that I'm still not crazy about, but as far as the machine, it hadn't affected anything. If you watch that video that I put out, you look close, you'll still see that clamp on that back corner that I keep to pull that sheet metal over because it was pushed over against where you couldn't get the door open for the tube. But the machine itself, I had no doubts that at least I would be able to get everything dialed in and run it properly. So, and I've been having a ball with it, and look forward to tomorrow night's laser distractions live stream. Got some stuff I'm making for some friends to give to them. So I'll probably be doing those as well as some of the other stuff we talked about last week. So anyway, that sounds like my time's up. I'm going to get out of here and hope y'all have a good Tuesday wherever you're at, whether it's sunny or snowy or rainy or whatever. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. See you.